Hello, hello, hello. Happy hump day, everybody. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to my live. I'm Creative Sarah, and I'm here to share with you a really cool project using my Roost rules transfer and our awesome 12 by 18 pennant banner. So the first thing I want to do is say hello, hello. The second thing I want to do is let you know that, yes, I am early today. We are an hour early today. And I also am going to show you what, oh, look, you can see my boxes over there. Let me take care of that. Okay, so I have my pennant banner here, and when you take it out of the package and you roll it up, hi Gloria, you're gonna notice that it can be wrinkly. So I'm just gonna really quickly heat set this, not heat set it, basically iron it. I had this turned on for a few minutes till it got hot, so I can kind of get out the wrinkles. You can iron it with an iron as much as you can to kind of get out those wrinkles. I had it turned up and then it shut off because I didn't do anything with it. Hi, Margaret. We are early today. So I've been struggling with, I started having some lower back pain, about a month ago. And just Monday, I started going to a chiropractor. And so I'm kind of at his mercy. And I'm going back today, which is why I have to be live early. Okay. That is all we need that for. I'm going to use chalk on this. I'm not going to use ink, so we won't have to heat set it or do anything else. So I'm just going to lay it here, nice. But I do think it's helpful to have an ink mat, and here's why. I'm going to do a really large transfer, and I really want this to stay put. This is dried ink on there. I really want it to stay put. So I'm just tacking it down to one of our ink mats to get going. Hi, Kelly. Good afternoon. Okay. So the transfer I selected is my Roost, my rules. It's kind of a fun one. I know there are a lot of people out there who love the roosters, or who have chickens. A lot of people have chickens. Not me, but a lot of people do. Okay. I'm going to write back on the backer sheet. That way when I'm done and it's time for me to put my transfer back on the backer sheet, I know which side to go on. Hi, Jane. Hi, Janet. Hello. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to peel the backer sheet off of the transfer, and then I'll kind of like flip it around. I actually should probably place this part first. I have to fit this on here. It's going to take some finagling, but we got it. Okay. I think that will be good. Now, the other thing I need to do is turn on my glue gun. I discovered the coolest thing. Number one, and I keep forgetting to order it. I have the big Ryobi glue gun. Did you know there was a smaller one that uses the same battery? My friend and team member had the smaller one, and I was like, oh, I need that, because sometimes, and you guys know, this is too much. It's too big. And that's why I pull out my other cheaper one that's small. I gotta order, or I gotta go get the new one. I feel like this is going at an angle. So, hold on. I want it straight across. You know what I might have to do? Because it like barely fits on this. So I'm just... Also, I keep going... sideways. Like I'm not... Okay. All right, so the colors that I'm going to use, I need to make, let me try something real quick. Yeah, I can pan out a little bit. That'll help me. I'm going to make some colors. I'm going to mix some colors. Now, if you click the Shop the Look link, you're going to get all the colors that are available. Candy apple, copper, and black. I'm going to use some bark. If you don't have bark, I have some in stock here. It's not on the website because we are out of stock right now, but it'll be coming back. And I'm just going to kind of go in order a little. Actually, I kind of wanted, let me grab my gold, because I kind of wanted to use gold and copper. Okay, so these little bits I'm going to do in black. And then this is chalk paste. It's not ink. So just so that you are well aware, grab some stir sticks. And get this stirred up. I just have a tiny bit of this black left. And I'm going to use a mini squeegee for this, but you could use your small squeegee. And there we go. The goal is to just get everything covered. Okay, now I need some more. I'm sticking to my ink mat, but it is very helpful to keep this in place, you know. Okay, there we go. So we have that done. Now, my little rooster. I think I'm going to do some, I was going to do black. Oh, you guys couldn't see that. It's 7 p.m. here. Oh, Susie, it's 7 p.m. Hi in Denmark. It is much later. Let's do, I'm gonna save the gold and copper for this guy. So I'm gonna keep going with my black. Making sure that's pressed down. I'm gonna get my small squeegee and do the letters. Perfect. Had I thought about what I was doing, I could have done this all together. But that's okay. You are going to use a bit of chalk paste on this because there's a lot of silkscreen. And the letters are huge. And it does kind of, like, there's a bit of it that soaks in. Not too much because it's not ink. There we go. Now, because I'm using chalk paste and because I want this to, I'm going to go ahead and pull it back and I'll kind of allow that to dry. And I'm going to press this rooster back down, but I'm going to leave that loose. Now, on to my rooster. I'm going to make a special color red. I love making this color. I do it often at Christmas time. I'm going to take some red and a little bit of bark. So I probably did 2 parts red, 1 part bark. And I'm making this really fabulous rooster color. That looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more because I'm going to need to cover that whole rooster. Do a bigger scoop. Get that in there. And I'm going to mix it up. My red's a little thick. I do not use candy apple very often at all. Christmas time, I will make up this red mixture. It's kind of like a brick red. And you just add some bark and it's awesome. All right. So I've got my brick red here all ready to go. Looking good. Make sure it's all kind of mixed. All right, there we go. And I'm gonna take my multi-tool and I'm just gonna take a little and do his crown. Okay. So his crown will be this brick red color. A little bit more to finish it off. Okay, now that that crown is done, the rest of him, and I'm gonna use another multi-tool. I'm gonna do an ombre. We're gonna do some, this is copper, okay, and I'm going to do copper down here, and it's going to kind of be an ombre. After I get that done, I'm going to wipe this off, and we're going to go into the gold. Is anybody watching from work? Sometimes we get little sneakers on here who tune in from work. All right, so I'm just gonna blend those two colors as well as I can with my finger. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to finish it with the brick red. I may have to do some blending. There we go. So to blend, you can get your finger just a little tiny bit wet. And just go in circles. That way you don't have any hard lines. And we're going to finish this up with our black. Now, I really need to scoop this out because this is like the last of my black. And I'm just going to spread it with my squeegee across the silk screen. Extra stuff I'm going to put back into this container, and then just keep spreading all the way down. Need a little bit more. There we go. Almost done. Okay. Beautiful. Now, woohoo! Oh, he looks really good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, this needs to go into the water so that we can wash it. So I'm going to set it in there for 2 seconds while I clean this up, and then I'm going to show you how to wash your transfer after you use it. You want to make sure to kind of close up your chalks when you're done. The longer they sit out, the more easily they can dry out. And you don't want that. You want your chalks to be creamy, dreamy all the time. All the time. Okay. Yikes. All right, I'm going to lift this and set it over here. It's going to dry for a minute. And I'm going to start cleaning my transfer inside the water bucket. But I don't have a ton of room because this is a much bigger transfer than I usually am using. So I'm just going to show you, after I get some of this chalk off, how to clean this. You can take it right to your sink and clean it with water and your board eraser. Or, you know, this one's not too big, but I have had people take the big ones to their bathtub. But I want to show you. Look how crazy messy this can get. So you're going to take your board eraser. This one is actually cut in half because I'm a mess. I'm a mess. And we're just going to kind of get all that chalk off. Yes, the chalk does stain, the pigment stain, okay? But it's not, it doesn't like do anything to your transfer. Now, because I have them here, I'm going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to finish this job with your disinfectant wipes. See all that pigment that comes off? That's all on the disinfectant wipe. Now, only because this is a giant transfer am I washing it. Sometimes I wash the little ones up here just to be quick. Now I'm going to peel this back. Wash the other side. Get the chalk off of it. And then we'll go back and do the other side. The reason why I don't have the other board eraser, continuing to use the board eraser, is because my water with the black is already 100% solid black. The black pigment is so strong that I just, it gets great. It's hard to wash a big transfer in a little water bucket. All right. Like I said, this will stain the most because I left it on the longest. See how the black did a good job of coming off down here, but not up there? Because this was the last thing I chalked. This was the first thing I chalked. All right. One last wipe. Clean off this part, flip it over, and do your last bit of cleaning on the back. The last thing you want to do is wipe the sticky side, which I'm doing now, with your disinfectant wipe. And then you're going to let it either air dry, or you can come back in with your, oh my gosh, look at how black I am. You can come back in with your fuzzing cloth right here, and you can start to dry it. You're not going to use the fuzzing side. You're going to use the microfiber side. So pretty much can dry that whole bit right there. I'll come in with my other cloth and get that. And once you have this dry, you can put it back on the backer sheet. I'm going to flip it over one more time and dry it. And I'm going to also teach you something else. The hardest thing, and people go crazy over this, the hardest thing is putting these large transfers back onto the backer sheet. See, so this is, as it dries, the sticky comes back. So it's going to be all sticky again. Well, if you leave your transfer the way it is, sticky side up, you can easily flip your transfer backer onto the transfer itself. Done. Now you can set it aside, make sure it's completely dry, put it in the sleeve, and you're done. So that's easy. Now, let's pull our project back over and take a look at this. We're going to make sure that this is dry. So I'm going to peel it off of my sticky mat, lay it down, and grab my quick dry tool. I just want to make sure that this is dry. This rooster is really cool, you guys. I really love it. Okay, now, of course, I'm not just going to be done with this. I have some fun stuff to use. I have some cool trim, and I'm going to be, I don't sew. If you sew, this would be great for you, but I do not sew. And I'm going to glue of the hot variety onto the edge here, this trim. And now I'm going to go to the other side. Ooh. Achoo! 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 There it is. My daily live sneeze. I need to grab another glue stick to finish this. Okay. There we go. So we're going to get that on there nice and stuck. And then I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to grab my fabric scissors. Thank you, Gloria. I'm going to grab my fabric scissors to trim the edge. There we go. Sometimes I like to just put a dab of glue on the back side of that so it'll hold it and nothing unravels. And of course, I use my squeegee or my multi-tool or my detail tool to kind of press that in. Okay, now we need to take our dowel. Oh, that looks so good. We're going to put it through the hole at the top. And we have this great leather like leather string, I guess you could call it. And we're going to put it through I don't like it to be too tall. I'm just doing 2 knots. And then I'll trim the edge of that a little bit there. And there we have it. So fun. So easy. This is our cute My Roost, My Rules wall hanging made with chalk. If you are new to me and haven't seen much before, go ahead and comment VIP and I'll send you a link so that you can jump into my free group, get more ideas, inspiration, and insider information. Also, if you're looking for, if you're looking to try it out, you can comment sample and I will give you the information on our samples. If you want to create this project, go to the description of the video and click on Shop the Look. You'll see all the things that I used and you can pick and choose what you'd like to grab. Thanks, Karen. So easy peasy, 30-minute project, start to finish, even with cleaning. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your hump day, and I will see you Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye, everybody.